For years, we've considered fruits and vegetables as natural products. What if I told you that humans make fruits and vegetables? Will you be able to digest that? Today's video will leave you stunned because in today's video, I'm going to share with you 10 shockingly man-made fruits, nuts, and vegetables we didn't know. Number 10. Grapefruit. The grapefruit is a relatively new hybrid. It's believed, although not confirmed, that the grapefruit first appeared around 1693 when Captain Philip Shattuck transported pomelo seeds to the West Indies and planted them close to some orange trees. The pomelo and orange were later cross-pollinated to create the grapefruit, then called Shaddocks. However, the grapefruit was still unknown outside the Caribbean. Europeans eventually learned of the citrus fruit in 1750 when Reverend Griff Hughes encountered one. Hughes was so surprised with the discovery that he named the grapefruit the forbidden fruit. That was its name until 1814 when John Lunan, a planter and Jamaican magistrate, called it a grapefruit because they resembled the smaller and unrelated grapes when they were still growing. As there are so many man-made fruits that look alike, when grapefruits finally reached the United States in 1823, it was mistaken for the pomelo. It was only determined to be a distinct fruit in 1837. For a long time, no one was sure about the ancestors of this forbidden fruit. In 1948, it was discovered that the grapefruit was a hybrid of the pomelo and the orange. Number 9. Almond. The original species of an almond is a wild almond, and a modern-day almond is the hybrid. A wild almond is notoriously bitter and could be deadly when consumed in considerable amounts. The history of the modern almond is foreign to scientists as well. They still can't determine which wild almond variant was selectively bred to create the contemporary almond. Scientists have their theories. They suspect that the almond's wild ancestor is the Amygdalus finzeliana lipski because its trees, seeds, and fruits resemble modern almond. It is also found in Armenia and Azerbaijan, where today's almond is believed to have been selectively bred by humans. Besides the origin, scientists cannot determine how our ancestors managed to create a perfect sweet almond because it is poisonous. Too many mysteries, only a few answers. Number 8. Banana. Banana on the list would have been a shock for you. The modern day banana didn't come to us naturally, but it is a man-made hybrid of the wild Musa acuminata and Musa balbisiana banana species. Musa acuminata has a fleshy inside, but it also has a very unpleasant taste. Musa balbisiana has a pleasant tasting inside, but contains too many seeds. Both bananas naturally crossbred in the forests of South Asia. However, the resultant banana, which is the ancestor of the modern banana, was sterile. About 7,000 years ago in what is now Papua New Guinea, early humans discovered the hybrid and learned that they could replant the shoots to create the new trees. They engaged in selective breeding and only replanted bananas with favorable traits. This led to the creation of the modern banana. Although we managed to create the perfect banana, we could not figure out how to grow bananas from seeds. So, bananas will become extinct if we stop planting. The absence of seeds also means that all bananas have the same genetic properties as they are replanted from another tree shoot. As a result, all the world's banana trees could be wiped out by a single disease. Number 7. Peanuts. What? Are peanuts artificial? Well, it was shocking for us too, but you cannot deny the reality. The modern day peanut is a hybrid of two earlier types of peanuts, the Arachis ipansis and the Arachis duranensis. Both species grew in different areas. The Arachis duranensis in the Andean valleys between Bolivia and Argentina, while the Arachis ipansis grew inside Bolivia. Both plants were found so far away from each other, they couldn't have crossbred naturally. Researchers ultimately discovered that the earlier settlers in South America took their Arachis duranensis from the Andean valleys as they migrated in today's Bolivia 10,000 years ago. Here's the exciting part. The settlers did not quickly realize the potential of their new crops, and it was the bees that actually cross-pollinated both peanuts. The result was a new peanut that is the ancestor of today's peanuts. Number 6. Orange. Orange is the most common fruit that we usually consume. You'll be amazed to know that there are various species of fruits that you consume. However, every variety traces its roots to the human-made hybrid when a pomelo was crossed with the mandarin. There has always remained confusion regarding which species is the ancestor of whom. Most people think that the pomelo is almost as bitter as the grapefruit, while the mandarin is sweet. The mandarin has an orange color, which is why it is misidentified as a variety of the orange, whereas the reality is a mandarin is the ancestor of the orange. Number 5. Family of cabbage. The family of cabbages include broccoli, cauliflower, kale, Brussels sprouts, collard greens, kohlrabi, and several closely related vegetables that originated from the same plant species, Brassica oleracea. The original form of this plant species is popularly known as wild mustard, which exists today. Wild mustard came to light around 2,500 years ago. Then, it grew only in some parts of Europe and the Mediterranean. Based on the place where it grew, it varied a lot in taste. After consuming wild mustard, ancient Romans and Greeks soon realized that they could plant it for food. So they engaged in selective breeding by planting seeds from wild mustards with larger leaves. The result of this selective breeding was the kale and collards leaves that you eat today. Selective breeding continued in the 1600s when people bred wild mustard with bigger leaf buds. The result was a new vegetable covered with lots of leaves. This is when cabbage came to life. Wild mustard selected for its more giant stems became kohlrabi, the ones with small heads became Brussels sprouts, and the ones with big flowers became broccoli and cauliflower. Later in 1993, the Sakata Seed Company of Yokohama, Japan, crossbred broccoli with kale to create broccolini. Some call it baby broccoli, aspirations, broccolette, and Italian sprouting broccoli. It's a derivative of wild mustard and is the Chinese version of broccoli. Currently, there are still many experiments being done using cabbage, and we don't know what artificial vegetables we'll have tomorrow. Number 4, Boysenberry. The Boysenberry was created by Rudolph Boysen of Orange County, California in 1923. Boysen, a horticulturalist, planted grafted berry vines on his in-laws' farm in Anaheim, eventually cultivating a successful hybrid. Unfortunately, Boysenberries never found a commercial success, and it seemed like his unique vine would go away of the dodo bird. Several years later, a fellow farmer from California named Walter Knott heard about the berry and asked his creator if he could try to make something of it. Knott successfully brought the Don hybrid back to life at his Buena Park, California farm. Knott then named the fruit after Boysen, and the Knoxberry farm eventually became the famous amusement park we now know today. The Boysenberry is considered a variant of the blackberry, although it's actually a hybrid of the blackberry and either the loganberry or the red raspberry. For all we know, Boysen could have created the berry from all three vines. Number 3, Tangelo. As the name suggests, Tangelo is a man-made hybrid made from a combination of the tangerine and the pomelo. However, people usually confuse the Tangelo with a tangerine, mandarin, and an orange. The confusion doesn't end here. There are different Tangelo varieties, and all are not necessarily created from tangerines and pomelos. One common variant, the Mineola Tangelo, is a hybrid of the tangerine and the Dunkin' grapefruit. Another variant was created by crossing the mandarin with pomelo, which technically makes it an orange. The Tangelo is believed to first appeared in Southeast Asia forests 3,500 years ago when insects cross-pollinated the mandarin with a fruit that is closely related to the grapefruit. However, today's Tangelos are the result of selective breeding programs that started in the 1800s. Number 2, carrots. Yes, carrots also made the list. Carrots were not always orange in color. Natural carrots were probably white or purple, and maybe they were inedible. Many claim that white carrots were eaten in the Roman Empire, but historians believe that they could have been parsnips or both. Ultimately, the modern orange carrot we eat today is a hybrid of the yellow carrot, which is a hybrid of the white carrot. The earliest known ancestor of the modern consumable carrot appeared in Persia in the 10th century. Some accounts say it was white and others say it was purple. Unlike today's carrots, those vegetables had a lot of smaller roots of varying sizes. The Persians selectively bred the carrots with the most prominent roots to create more giant roots and ultimately a single oversized root. As the selective breeding continued, the carrots mutated from white or purple to yellow and finally orange. Selective breeding of carrots continued until modern times to improve their flavor and color. Number 1, tomato. Our number 1, we have our dearest vegetable, the tomato. Today, we can find many varieties of this nutritious fruit loaded with antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, and fiber. Some consider this fruit as a vegetable, and it is one of the oldest veggies around. A herb sheet circa 1542 to 1544 shows the oldest conserved tomatoes of Europe. Long ago, today's tomatoes' ancestors had a small yellow or green fruit. The Aztecs often used them in cooking. Eventually, explorers brought it to Italy and Spain. But the red tomatoes that we eat today didn't exist until the mid-20th century. Scientists wanted to create a sweeter, better tasting tomato, so they mutated the U phenotype and crossbred tomato breeds to create a uniformly red tomato. You can still buy yellow tomatoes today, although they aren't as popular. With this, we come to the end of this video. Which product on the list was a shock for you? Let us know in the comments section below. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to share the video with your friends and family. See you in the next video. Till then, eat well.